Hey guys, hope everyone's having a good day today. What I'm doing here is I'm going to be screwing these red cedar logs down so that, I'm going to be cutting cookies for our customers. So I'm screwing them down, just regular, I think 3-inch screws, screwing them down to that board, and then the board is going to be clamped down with the hydraulic clamp on the sawmill. I use 4 to 5 screws or whatever, just enough to hold them tight. And then what I'm doing here is I think I'm cutting them into 28-inch long pieces with like the 3 or 4-inch board, thick board on the bottom, and with the sawmill going to be raised all the way up. That's about the highest or the longest log I'll put on there, so I don't have to waste too much of the log. Alright, so here, coming in, we're just going to be flattening off these two. The third and fourth log here is going to be, well, the third one is already pretty flat, so I'm coming into the fourth one. I'm just going to take a little cut off of it to flatten up that fourth one there, and then I'm going to drop down 2 inches. I'll have the computer set at 2 1/8, so it'll drop down 2 1/8, but it takes out an 1/8-inch curve each time. So be cutting 2-inch thick red cedar cookies. These are going to be going to a customer. He has a big shop in Alton, Illinois, if any of you guys are familiar with that area. I'm cutting about 100 of them this morning. Well, this was actually, I'm recording, editing this is a Sunday evening now. I cut these Saturday morning about 8 o'clock before he got there. I meant to get some more video of this order I had. It was one of the biggest orders I've cut so far. It was 12 8x8 beams, 16.5 foot long, and then there's about 50 logs that we cut for him. Well, we left them in log with the bark on everything. They're just little 4 to 8 inch diameter logs he's going to be using, or he uses for table legs. He sells at a shop, or if he gets a order for making a table, whatever, he uses them there. And then we cut, like I said, 100 of these 2-inch thick cookies, anywhere from, they're about 9 to 15-inch diameter cookies. And then we cut 6 live edge cedar slabs, 2-inch thick for him, 12.5 foot long. That is they were cut for a table he's making for a customer. He does all kinds of, he does woodworking. He has a sawmill. He has a he has a LT70, and then he also has a big chainsaw mill. I think it cuts somewhere around 50 inches wide. One tip I would say for when you guys are cutting, or if you are cutting the cookies, when you are up top and you're cutting the top pieces off, I would say definitely make a slow cut, because that is quite a bit of pressure up on top, pulling it, the blade pulling it over. So I would definitely go slow. And even if you had a brand new blade or a real good sharp one, that would definitely help too, because you don't want them screws coming out of there or breaking off when they're cutting, because them logs will go flying. But I don't know if they'll go flying, but they'll definitely smack the side of the sawmill. I think this is, if you guys look on the side over there where it says LT35 on the side of the sawmill, you can see that's where the sawdust shoots out. And right now, no, it's not shooting out. This cedar, it kind of dripping out there a little bit, but nothing, not like it should be. This bark on this cedar gets clogged up in there. It's a pain in the butt. I think a little later in the video, I do open up the side panel on the sawmill and clean it out a little bit. I think right there is when I noticed it. Yep, I'm looking at it there. So I think at the end of this cut, I either open up the door or clean it out or do something. And if you do, I know this is more or less common sense, but make sure you always have the dang don't have the blade running when you're doing that, because that, if you stick your fingers in that guard, even though I think I did have the blade running, but I wasn't sticking my fingers in there, I was just trying to pull the stuff out. And you can always tell, it is hard to tell when it gets clogged up, but the sawdust kind of starts coming out of all over the place on the sawmill when that chute gets clogged up. Right there, I think I went and got a stick. I was going to try to stick in there and clean it out, but I think I end up opening up the panel, or the door there. Like I said, no need in getting in a big rush for cutting these things, because not that it's very likely, well, it could be very likely happening, but hopefully it would never happen of getting them screws, they coming undone, or the wood breaking or pulling out or whatever, and them things come flying out of there. That's bad news. So just take your time, and when you're cutting these like this, when they get closer down to the bottom, like what I'm starting to get here, you can start cutting faster, but up at the top, might as well just take your time. No needing something coming loose and breaking, because these sawmill parts, sawmill and everything else, they're not cheap. You gotta take care of them, that's for sure. Yeah, right there, that's when I'm trying to pull that bark out of the chute. It's all clogged up in there. They got, that Woodmizer has them, they're like, I don't know what to call them, but they're little, they're almost like, I don't know what to call them, but they're like little fingers that stick down in that thing, in that sawdust chute. And that bark just gets all tangled up in there. It doesn't let the sawdust shoot out when that happens, and that whole door side gets all filled up with sawdust real quick. See there, now I got it unclogged. You can, nope, yeah, it is. It's shooting out of there good now. Or another tip I just thought of now that I've seen that, when you're screwing them down to the boards, if you're cutting big diameter cookies, watch where you screw them down, or place them first before you screw them down, and you gotta watch where your roller guide on the where the control side, where the controls are on that side. You gotta watch they don't hit that things. You get carried away with screwing them down. You can screw them down too far, and then you're gonna have to take all the screws out and start over if they hit that roller guide. So you gotta make sure they're over far enough so you're not hitting them. And then of course you can always do the calculations and whatever and make sure that these will all come out even. I think I was cutting them all 2 inches, so I said I cut them at 28, which didn't come out exactly, but they came out pretty close. But that's just something to think about. Alright guys, I hope you liked the video, and please like and subscribe, and I appreciate all you guys do. Hopefully the videos will keep coming. I'm just kind of busy right now in the summer. Everything's pretty crazy, so we'll get videos out as much as I can, but this summer we're probably going to be kind of slow on the video making. So anyways, I'll get off of here. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked the video.